Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another grammar lesson with Miss Hannah. Today, we're going to discuss a new lesson, which is the singular and plural nouns. So, buckle up and get ready. Let's go. So, a quick reminder of what a noun is. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or an animal. For example, a teacher is a noun. The word teacher itself is a noun. Why? Because it names a person. And the same thing goes to the word park. The word park is a noun. Why? Because it names a place. Whereas the word book itself is also a noun. Why? Because it names a thing. Very good. Okay, so our first part of this lesson is the singular noun. So, what is a singular noun? A singular noun means there is only one, from the word singular, which means a single thing, a single one thing, or one singular thing. For example, when I say book, we already know that a book is a noun, but am I talking about one thing or more than one thing? I'm talking about one book. So the word book itself is a singular noun. Why? Because I'm referring to only one book. The same goes to the word apple, even though it refers to food, and I know that it is a noun, but I'm not really sure whether I'm talking about one apple or several apples. Let me just now check the endings. So let me now check the endings. Do I have the letter S? No. So it's like one apple, an apple. Therefore, it's a singular noun. Same thing goes for a cat. The word cat. Am I talking about cats? Did I say two cats? Did I say plenty of cats? No, I just said cat. So I'm talking about one cat. So therefore, the word cat is a singular noun. The same thing goes to the word chair. When I talk about a chair, am I talking about many chairs, or I'm simply saying chair or a chair or one chair? Yes, I'm talking about a singular noun. Why? Because it is only one chair. Let me now use the word book in a sentence. I have one book. So, see, I have one book, and therefore the word book is singular. Whereas if I, for example, put the word, for example, two instead of one, I would say I have two books. So the word books itself will not become singular. It will be something else, which is called the plural noun. So what is a plural noun? A plural noun means there is more than one. It doesn't matter how much or how many. So I could be referring to two things minimum and a million things and even more maximum. So for example, when I say books, am I referring to one book or several books? Even though I'm not really sure about the number of books that I'm referring to. So when I say books, this means that I have plural noun. Why? Because I have more than one book. The same thing goes to the word apples. Also, it's a noun, but what kind of noun? Is it singular or plural? Plural. Why? Because I'm talking about more than one apple. Okay, now what about the word cats? Cats. It is also a plural noun. Why? Because I'm talking about many cats, more than one cat. Alright, so I'm going to use again the word books in a sentence. I have two books. So the word books again is a plural noun. Why? Because it is referring to more than one book. And so, how to make plurals? The formula is very easy. For most nouns, you just simply add the letter S. For example, we have one dog or a dog. Then in the plural form, it will become dogs with the addition of the letter S to the very end. The same thing goes for the word car. It'll be cars. But we have certain nouns that end in S, X, CH, SH. We will not only add S, we will add instead ES. For example, you have the word bus. You cannot just simply add S, like an extra S. It'll be bus. It makes no sense. You have to add the letter E before the S because it will facilitate the pronunciation. So it'll be buses. The same thing goes for the word box, which also ends with S. We're gonna also be adding ES to the very end. So instead of saying box, it'll be boxes. The same thing goes for the word dish. Since it ends with SH, it'll end with ES, so it'll be dishes. And from the word bench, which ends with CH, it will end also with ES, so it'll be benches. And so we have also certain words that we don't really add to them s or es, because they have a very different rule, and this rule is has or this rule is very very unique, because we don't add these letters as I've mentioned, and they are called irregular nouns. So for example, we have child, which is like one kid, right? So a child, how will I change it to become a plural noun? Can I say childs? Can I say, I don't know, child is? No. So it will be children. So I have changed the entire spelling of it. So from the word child to the word children. Same thing goes for the word man. I don't say mans, I say men, with the substitution of the letter A with the letter E. And the same thing goes for the word mouse. Mouse, I cannot say mouses. I say mice. I change the OU and put I instead. And last but not least, I have tooth. I say one tooth, and many teeth instead of saying tooths. There is no such thing as tooths. So I'm going to be explaining this lesson in a separate video. But so for now, I just wanted to focus on these rules in a very general manner. So guys, this marks the very end of our grammar lesson. Hope you found it concise and easy. See you later in our upcoming videos. Goodbye.